So we have reached a point where the rest of the surgery, of course, is still technical, but it's a safer intervention. This is the fundamental part that we have to perform in a very controlled manner in order to have success in this specific type of intervention. And now comes another technical part, which is the elevation of the full thickness flap in the central portion of our coronal advanced flap. As you remember, this is a full split thickness type of elevation, and the central portion of the flap is full thickness. The central portion of the flap is full thickness because on top of the avascular surface of the root that we're going to cover, we want to have the biggest amount of soft tissue thickness we can achieve. It's an already challenging scenario in vascular terms for the survival of our flap. To place it on top of the avascular surface of the root, we want to maximize as much as possible our capacity to achieve flap survival by maintaining the biggest amount of flap thickness on top of the root surface. So you see that basically first with a figure 1 straight tunnel instrument and then with the P24 periosteal elevator, I am reaching the bone crest apical to the gingival recession in order to expose a little bit of periosteum at the center of my flap. This doesn't mean that the full thickness dissection is also performed at the periphery of the flap, where actually we are keeping a split thickness dissection. So as you can see now, I'm starting to perform the deep split thickness incision in the apical and peripheral portion of the flap, which is going to connect the surgical papillae and the periphery of the flap towards a central area of full thickness. And here I think you can see it very clearly. If we stop for 1 second the video, you basically see here that I am working peripherally in a split thickness manner with a bevel angulation from the periphery to the center of the flap, with a beveled angulation from the periphery to the center of the flap. All of this peripheral area split thickness, all of this peripheral area split thickness, and the center of the flap is full thickness. And this is the objective of this specific type of soft tissue management. So you see that once I reach the bottom of the recession, you see in a very, very clear manner the separation between the bone dehiscence on top of the root surface, the bone surrounding the root surface, which has been exposed thanks to the full thickness elevation of the flap, the periosteum and overlying connective tissue on the periphery of my flap. And if we look at the inner aspect of the flap, you clearly see the split thickness elevation at the periphery, distal aspect, the split thickness elevation at the periphery, mesial aspect, and all of this, of course, is periosteum. All of this is the periosteum that is kept intact with the full thickness elevation of our flap at the center of the surgical intervention. So you see how much we are stratifying the depth of our tissue elevation according to the different biological requirements of the surgery that we're going to deliver. And of course, we're not done with that, because now we have elevated basically a central area of